We all love a good meme. We've seen some of the best moments on the sidelines, in-game, post-game, and so on that have changed the way we live on the internet. So let's look at some of the craziest. Watching the NFL is a pillar in the American experience. Every Sunday, people file into bars, living rooms, and stadiums to watch, usually because they have a favorite team to support or a wager to watch play out. But with the advent of social media, a whole new avenue of entertainment has arisen. The good old meme. I don't know about you, but sometimes while I'm sitting and watching the games, a moment happens and I just know that is about to go viral. So let's take a look back at 20 moments in NFL history that turned into some pretty phenomenal memes. Manning face. There are some memes that come and go, like a fleeting moment. And if they live on, once the player retires, they too disappear into the shadows. But that could not be further from the case when it comes to the one, the only Manning face. Now this one is a little different because it was not just one picture, but rather the seemingly never-ending collection of preposterously goofy still shots that were snapped of Eli, and at times, his brother Peyton on game days. I mean, Eli Manning's face was the gift that kept on giving for internet personalities and content creators, especially us here at TPS. Every week you had a reason to believe he was going to pop off with something memorable. Think about it. What other meme has had a Time magazine article written about it? DK Metcalf's chase down. Oftentimes, the star of a viral meme finds themselves at the butt end of a joke. The camera either caught them at a peculiar moment, or they made a boneheaded mistake or whatever. But in the case of DK Metcalf, the Seahawks star wide receiver run down Budda Baker as he tries to return an interception for a touchdown. It shows its star in a good light, as internet users created a whole slew of memes, like the fall girls chasing down a pumpkin spice latte one. Richard Sherman face. The Richard Sherman face meme is an interesting one. It is not inherently good or bad. It is really just remarkable. Firstly, because I don't know how anybody kept track of all of this and realized that the still shot of him on the 49ers looked exactly like the original back in the day. And second, because, well, it is preposterous that he looks that similar. I mean, right down to the granular details. Brady's 4 fingers. Tom Brady did the unthinkable in the 2020 NFL season, going down to Tampa Bay after 20 years in New England and leading the Bucs to a Super Bowl victory over the Chiefs. As dominant as their performance was in the big game, there were multiple times during the regular season that the team's viability was very much in question, perhaps none more than when Brady had his senior moment, forgetting what down it was during a pivotal time of the game. Of course, because he's Tom Brady, he quickly reclaimed the meme, issuing his own rendition by paying homage to LeBron James after the Lakers won the NBA title. But it was touch and go for a little while there. The internet was really letting Brady have it for this blunder. Daniel Jones trips. Remember the DK Metcalf meme that we talked about, where he looked like a boss running down Budda Baker in the open field? Yeah, well, this one is pretty much the exact opposite. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones had made a great play, rushing the ball up the middle, and he looked to be home free for the touchdown. At least that appeared to be the case, until he ate it in the open field. Then it quickly became open meme season on Daniel Jones, and there were some good ones. Andy Reid VISOR. The 2020 NFL season brought a slew of unique new challenges for coaches and players alike, as they had to comply with the COVID-19 protocol in order to keep the games going. And while they were obviously doing the right thing, there were actually some pretty hilarious memes that came out of it. Perhaps none more so than Andy Reid's VISOR. Andy Reid tried a few different methods to mask up, trying to find something that optimized breathing and allowed him to communicate with his team. Reid is a great football coach, but he's not a svelte man. And when he tried out the hard plastic face shield, hilarity ensued because of the immense heat radiating off of the Chiefs coach. Cam Newton game day outfits. Cam Newton's game day outfits have been meme fodder for years now. The man has a rather particular palate for fashion, and some of the combinations that he rolls out are pretty, well, interesting. There was the Batman villain look, and the girl weekend getup, and whatever this is, and whatever this is. Say what you will about the guy, but he was born to be a meme. Cam's bench reaction. Apparently, Cam's outfits are not the only thing turning he and his moments into memes, but also his playful, expressive way of communicating. We saw this on full display during his exchange with Patriots wide receiver N'Keal Harry, when Cam had perhaps the most relatable reaction I've ever seen from a pro athlete, and some high-quality memes followed. I need to know what Harry said. Screaming Belichick. If Belichick had it his way, social media would not exist and he would just be coaching football games. No press, no sports media, and probably no refs. Bet we'd all like that, as he has gone to war with them on many occasions over the years. But none of his run-ins have been as memorable as this one with Sarah Thomas. and Twitter crushed the response. This is the kind of content we like to see on social media. 28-3. The Atlanta Falcons blowing a 28-3 lead is probably the most popular meme on this list. In fact, it has been so overused, we nearly decided to leave it off this list, just for the sake of everyone. But we just couldn't help it. As if losing a Super Bowl wasn't bad enough. Matt Ryan and the Falcons immediately turned into one of the most popular and demeaning memes of all time, after falling victim to New England in the worst collapse in Super Bowl history. Even the man who orchestrated the comeback, Tom Brady, couldn't help himself. Derrick Henry stiff-arming Josh Norman. Derrick Henry has proven to be a generational talent at the running back position. He makes plays that other running backs simply don't make. Take this monstrous stiff arm on Josh Norman, for example. Not only is it a phenomenal play, it also quickly turned he and Norman into a pretty hilarious meme template for those with the technical skills to do a little photoshopping. Sam Darnold is seeing ghosts. Sam Darnold had a rough go of it in New York. Between getting mono, the organizational dysfunction, and having Adam Gase as his head coach, he never had a fighting chance. All of the chaos bubbled over during an embarrassing outing for the Jets on Monday Night Football against the rival New England Patriots. The sideline camera caught the Jets quarterback, who had been under fire all night, saying, "I am seeing ghosts."
Seeing ghosts.
And almost immediately, the memes started popping up left and right. Just a tough situation for Darnold, who, to his credit, rolled with the punches pretty well. GRONK to Tampa. Besides Tom Brady spurning Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots to start anew in Tampa Bay, Rob Gronkowski coming out of retirement to join him was easily the biggest surprise of the 2020 offseason. It becomes official that Gronk was going to make his way down south. The internet had mixed feelings on the whole deal, and the memes reflected that. And once again, Tom Brady got in on the fun as well.
A little tired, but Gronk reporting.
Adam Gase's bug eyes. If you've never seen a red flag for an NFL head coach, well, this is exactly that. There are a few things that NFL fans seem to be able to reach a consensus on, but Adam Gase being a bad NFL head coach seems to be one of them. It really seems like everything the guy touches turns sour. That's why I didn't understand why any Jets fan would have been happy with the team's decision to sign him. He couldn't even make it through his introductory press conference without turning into a meme. Yeah, that's a big yikes. Aaron Rodgers pile-on. When you do a lot of press or endorsement deals as an NFL player, you are thrust further into the spotlight. And while that obviously has its benefits, there are also some drawbacks, like when you get absolutely bum-rushed during a game. And the first thing that the internet thinks to do is create a meme poking fun at the company you were hawking insurance for. That being said, there are certainly worse problems to have. Tony Romo getting injured again and again. Before Dak Prescott made his way in and sent him packing for the broadcast booth, Tony Romo was actually one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He struggled to get it done in the big moments, but he made a clear difference in the potential that the Cowboys had during a preseason game against Seattle. The internet really let Romo and the insufferable Cowboys fans have it, perhaps a little bit in bad taste, as a broken back is a serious matter. But when it comes to Cowboys fans, sometimes drastic measures need to be taken, I suppose. Dak pregame dance. The Dak pregame dance was an interesting one to say the least. It came about back in 2019, when he was warming up before a game against the Minnesota Vikings. During his warm-up routine, he scaled the field, swiveling his hips rather aggressively. Now, I don't know if they realized what they were doing when they aired it, but NBC decided to show the footage and it quickly became one of the most popular memes on the internet. Eventually, they doubled down in the decision and poured gasoline on the meme fire by tweeting it out and asking Twitter what Dak was listening to. That's when people started setting the clip to whatever song or dance routine that suited their fancy.
She can dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish.
T-bowing. There is a very legitimate case to be made that in its own unique way, T-bowing was the modern era's first true meme. For our younger fans, before Tim Tebow was a minor league baseball player and a fixture in sports media putting his wholesome touch on every production he could, he was actually a football player. During his time at the University of Florida and into his brief NFL career, he made a habit of kneeling and praying after he scored, which the people took to like wildfire. Next thing you knew, athletes all over, regardless of sport, were T-bowing often. Derek Carr goes Undertaker mode. Kinda surprised his singing career didn't really make a meme for himself. But during Week 11 of the 2020 season, Derek Carr threw for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns, as he led his Raiders offense to 31 points against the Chiefs. And they still lost 35-31. I guess that's why Carr could be seen along the sidelines looking like an emo teenager whose My Chemical Romance CD had just been scratched by his little brother. as one Twitter user put it. It's just one of the many memes that came out of Carr's creepy new look. Tom Brady's awful courtroom sketch. Tom Brady is known for many things, being arguably the greatest quarterback in NFL history, a tremendous winner and clutch performer, and, well, for the heinous courtroom sketch that was made of him during the Deflategate courtroom proceedings. A man famous for his good looks, in addition to his aptitude on the football field, rendered to something straight out of a child's nightmare. You have to think that the brand-conscious Brady absolutely hated the spiral of memes to come out of that fateful day in court, as if Deflategate couldn't get any more annoying for him. Which do you think was the funniest NFL moment turned meme that you have seen? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, we're on everything. Go find us. Make sure to subscribe to TPS. We post videos every single day. Every day is a new video. And make sure to like down below, hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.
On my knee.